Welcome back to another episode of Odyssey News. I am Mike Odyssey, and oh man, do we have some news today, guys. This is not my top three. I'm sorry, I couldn't just leave it at three. I needed to add one more because there was so much good news, so much anticipated news, so much great news that I needed to extend it to one more story in this episode. So hold on to your horses because I'm going to give you some news that will prove to you that we are on the verge of greatness when it comes to Nintendo, and something is in the horizon coming towards us. Are you ready for this? Because I am ready. Let's get started. All right, so today I'm going to start off by saying, guys, the Nintendo Switch Pro, or the Nintendo Next Gen console, is on its way. That's how massive the news is today. I'm going to tell you today, just starting the news, I'm telling you straight ahead, straight at you, the Next Gen console is on its way. It's coming. There's no stopping it. Guess what? We are in the 6th year, and I'm just saying it from the back at the beginning of the news episode. Let me give you a little bit of a one of those little fun facts, right? Did you know that Nintendo's consoles normally have a lifespan of 5 years? There's only been one, I think one, that has 6 years, and I think that was a Wii. But every other console has only had a 5-year lifespan. Right now, 5 years has already passed. We're going on to it to 6. Take that fun fact and let's merge it with the news. And then at the end of this episode, let me know what you think down below. All right, so first up in the news, we're talking about Nintendo's earnings meeting tomorrow. Tomorrow is the day, guys. It is a very important day for Nintendo fans and for Nintendo as a whole, because they are having their meeting, their second quarter meeting, to discuss where they are financially and how much they made, if there has been a down in sales when it comes to the Switch, and a lot of other stuff. I know there's a lot of little vocabulary lingo behind this news, and I'm not going to get too much into it. But yeah, tomorrow is Nintendo's second meeting when it comes to their earning for the second quarter meeting. And all eyes are on them tomorrow because, believe it or not, the faith of Nintendo for the next upcoming months relies on that meeting for tomorrow. So it's a huge one. And maybe we'll hear more about that once it's translated and we get some news over here, and I'll give you an update on what's happening in the world of Nintendo for tomorrow, because it is big, guys. I'll leave it at that. Let's move on to the next news. Pokemon lovers, you guys should be rejoicing right now because it looks like your upcoming game will be a massive success. I mean, massive success. Right now, this next news has to do with Japan, and the Pokemon sales of pre-orders are incredible, and let's get into it right away. It says Japan, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet store pre-orders breaking records. And that means if you have not yet pre-ordered, it's time to do so now. I have a channel supporting link down below in the description, and let's go ahead and talk about this. And there's a tweet made by Pierre 485. I guess they like to kind of go over the sales and stuff. And this is what they said. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet also surpassed the first 3 days of sales made by any Pokemon game with only pre-orders. So that means that they have broken some records here, meaning they have surpassed past Nintendo Pokemon games with only pre-orders. That means that this game is going to be massive. It's going to be great. I think Pokemon just got their gold game here. This is the game that is actually going to be among the best games ever made when it comes to the Pokemon games. And yeah, this is exciting news for all Pokemon fans. We are headed towards a great game. It's only a couple of weeks away, and I can't wait to get this game and play it as well. Let me know if you're excited for this game. Let me know if you're excited for this news, because it looks like this is the one. This is the one we all been waiting for when it comes to the franchise. And the fact that in the first 3 days, this Pokemon game has outsold prior Pokemon games with only pre-orders is massive. It's incredible. So let me know what you guys think down below, and let's move over to the next exciting piece of news. Now, this has to do with Pokemon as well. All right, this is how big the news is today, but this has to do with the next Pokemon game coming out on the next generation Nintendo console. So check out the title of this story. A job listing for Pokemon dev creatures mentions RD for next gen hardware. Yes, Nintendo is already hiring a developer for the next-gen hardware Pokemon game. The Pokemon franchise is not just a Nintendo IP, it's actually owned by 3 different companies: Creatures Inc., Game Freak, and of course Nintendo, right? One of the 3 companies, Creatures, has been discovered to be already hiring, all right? And they're hiring for a position that we focused for the next-gen Pokemon game, for the next-gen hardware, all right? So they are looking for somebody to develop on a hardware that already exists. Yes, right now, I know that we are just getting a Pokemon game, but guess what? They are already working on the following Pokemon game for the next-gen hardware that already exists. They have the hardware in their hands. They're starting to develop the game for this hardware. And guess what, guys? This is just proof that we are in the horizon. We are about to see something in the year 2023. And current Nintendo Gen fans, don't worry, don't frown. I believe wholeheartedly that the next gen console will be backwards compatible. So Nintendo will still be releasing games on both consoles for the foreseeing future. So there you have it, 2 back-to-back bombshell news when it comes to Nintendo. Pokemon not only breaking records for this upcoming game, but they are also looking for developers to work on the next gen Pokemon game for that next gen console, which is crazy. Let's move on to the next piece of news. Guys, this is amazing. This is crazy. I am excited for what's happening, and let's continue. All right, let's finish this hype level maximum news with Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic Frontiers, guess what? Which is launching tomorrow. Are you looking forward to Sonic Frontiers? It is coming and is less than a couple hours away, guys. It's already here. You'll get to play Sonic Frontiers on your Nintendo Switch or Xbox or PlayStation or wherever you pre-ordered it. It's coming, guys. And let's go ahead and read this. Sonic team boss says Frontiers runs well on Switch due to the Hedgehog engine. Sonic Frontiers launches tomorrow, and undoubtedly, all eyes will be on how it will run on the Nintendo Switch. Game Radar caught wind with the Sonic team, and they said that Sonic Frontiers runs well on the Nintendo Switch. So if you have purchased the Nintendo Switch version of the Sonic Frontiers game, then rejoice, because the Sonic team is actually giving us confirmation that the game runs very well on the Nintendo Switch because it was built on the none other than the Hedgehog engine. This is a quote from the team. It says, "It is extremely challenging to develop on this incredibly wide spectrum of hardware," meaning they basically developed for the Xbox, for the PlayStation, and for the Switch. But the good thing is that we are using the Sonic the Hedgehog engine. I just added Sonic in part of it because it's called the Hedgehog engine. It's hilarious. The Hedgehog engine is an internally developed engine we have been using since Sonic Generations, and we have been updating it since 2010. I gotta give it up to these people, because for them to have their own individually developed, their own created engine to create games, I mean, this is a company that's very well prepared. You know, I think I got to give my hats off to this company when it comes to that, because no other company have I heard of will develop their own engine to develop games and make sure that they're updating that engine per generation, which is really cool. And because of this, they have been able to develop this Sonic Frontiers game, and because of this, they made a game like Sonic Frontiers, a huge game by the way, run just as good on the Nintendo Switch than on the Xbox Series X. And this is fantastic news, guys. Are you excited to play Sonic Frontiers finally tomorrow? I'm telling you, this episode has been jam-packed with just amazing news. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode as much as I've enjoyed researching it, because I am hyped, guys. I am incredibly hyped. They're having a fiscal meeting, okay? This fiscal meeting will determine where Nintendo is when it comes to releasing a next-gen hardware. But not only that, Pokemon is breaking records with their game pre-order sales. And not only that, but they are already working on the next-gen hardware Pokemon game. Sonic Frontiers is coming out tomorrow. I'm excited. Are you excited? Let me know. Where is your hype level down below? All right, guys, that is it for this episode of Odyssey News. But before I leave you, I want to tell you 2 more things. Number 1, never, ever, ever, ever give up. And number 2, journey on. Peace.
We're on a journey, looking back on the things that we've taken for granted, but feels like we're learning to be better without what's been holding us back now. Let's move closer to a new history, find out what we can be together. Take my hand and we will conquer the world. This is our final chance. 'Cause one day we'll be looking back at this. We were in a big mess together. But we found a way to choose right from wrong. We found the strength to go on together.